Welcome back to Nick's Bricks. I'm Nick, and today we're reviewing set number 9465, The Zombies, from LEGO's Monster Fighter series. At 430 pieces, The Zombies takes the 6th rank in our series partometer, and is the first retail exclusive set of the theme and the channel. The set introduces the last member of the Monster Fighters team, an incredibly unique vehicle, a graveyard scene, multiple play features, and the zombies themselves. Straying from the norm, we'll begin with a look at the set's namesake, the zombies. The zombies of the monster realm are mostly confined to the graveyard and the surrounding areas. Supposedly reanimated by a voodoo doctor's black magic, the simple-minded walking dead are dangerous, and their numbers will easily overwhelm any unfortunate individuals who wander too close to the cemetery. While the graveyard is normally a grim, somber place, today it's lively with celebration. You are cordially invited to the wedding of the zombie groom and the lovely zombie bride. Waiting more than a lifetime for one another, the union will commence at midnight in the graveyard with a reception to follow. Brains will be served. Beginning on the groom's side, the zombie groom wears what was once a white dress shirt with red bow tie and cummerbund, and a dark red pinstripe vest. Now only the tattered remains of the once elegant outfit are left, showing tears and rips. The left sleeve has been completely removed, showing the groom's gray skin underneath. Dark bluish gray legs with no printing details form the pants, a missed opportunity by LEGO. The back printing shows the adjustable strap of the vest with silver buckle and further rips in the vest and cummerbund. The face print shows black eyebrows, sunken eyes with light pupils, loose light bluish-gray skin, and a half-open mouth revealing olive green teeth. The single arched eyebrow and half smile implies the zombie is ready for the wedding photographer. A black top hat completes the outfit. All rise for the zombie bride, elegantly limping down the aisle. Donning a beautiful wedding dress's tattered remains, the gown is sleeveless with a crew neckline and a tan accent sash. The ragged details include 2 stains, a tear in the neckline, and a slash in the bodice. The skirt of the dress has 3 layers, beginning with an open peplum, followed by a tier of ruffles, and finally a straight slip with a centered slit. The dress's dilapidation continues with a layered skirt showing various tears and stains. The rear torso print includes the back shape of the bodice with a severed keyhole top, the back of the sash, and further rips and blemishes. The lower half of the zombie bride uses a 2x2x2 slope, which was the standard alternative at the time for gowns and robes instead of minifigure legs. My complaints about the slope substitution is that it's taller than minifigure legs and connects to the torso by studs instead of standard leg posts. Thankfully, LEGO introduced a lower body skirt piece in 2018, which includes the proper leg posts and height, as well as a swooped back, making for a better flow of the skirt. The zombie bride's face print includes black eyebrows and eyelashes, cheekbone details, dirt stains, and a bit of drool at the mouth. Her eyes are different colors, with the left being light yellow and dark red for the right. The bride has applied lipstick and eyeshadow for her big day. The zombie bride includes a dual face print, with the first face showing arched eyebrows and a smirk, seemingly ready for the photographer. The alternate face shows a sad expression, more typical of a zombie. Her hairpiece features long hair pulled into a ponytail with side bangs and is set exclusive in dark tan. Presenting for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Zombie. Lastly, the zombie driver makes his second and final appearance in our Monster Fighter series reviews, and while his inclusion is logical, it would have made a bit more sense if there was a vehicle for the chauffeur to operate. Perhaps a zombie stretch limousine for the newlyweds. Now that we've seen the occupants, let's have a look at the graveyard. The primary build of this set is the Mausoleum with 2 graves. The build forgoes the use of 10x10 octagonal plates for its foundation, as well as masonry and palisade bricks for its decaying appearance. This differentiates it from the other structures of the Monster Fighter series and may be due to its retail exclusive status. Removing the graves for a better look at the mausoleum, we see the sturdy building stands on an elevated platform complete with arched drains and monuments on either side. The front features a wide stairway showing disrepair with loose and broken steps and mounted torches at the edges. At the top of the steps, protruding from the platform, is a gear and axle. More on this later. Further disrepair shows at the entrance with vines growing on the sides and a large spider lurking in the corner. The sides feature barred windows and interesting textures leading to the roof. The apex of the mausoleum is an ornate roof made primarily from black slope pieces and pearl gold accents. At the front is a bat sculpture made with Lego's classic bat piece, which has been in use since 1997. Centered on the roof is a pair of decorative spires made from pearl gold bionicle arms and flat silver barbs, giving the look of devil horns. At the rear is a series of 1x1 bricks in trans dark blue and trans orange, creating a stained glass window. Below the elaborate window is a red Technic arm, which forms the trigger for the mausoleum's play feature. Returning to the front and looking into the entrance, we see the interior of the mausoleum houses a large cauldron. The instructions direct us to place 4 trans-neon green 1x1 round plates and 3 white bones into the pot. Quite the nauseous brew. When we press the rear trigger, an actuator under the cauldron raises, toppling the pot forward and dumping the vile mixture onto anyone who's foolish enough to approach the mausoleum. The 2 graves are mirrored builds of each other and use an interesting build technique with plates held vertically to create the side walls. At the heads are tombstones which slope to points at their apex, matching the aesthetic of the mausoleum. At the sides of each grave, below the tombstones, are Technic axle connectors built into the caskets. Returning the graves to the Technic axle of the mausoleum, the second play feature is now set. The gear at the top of the steps serves as the trigger. Rotating it causes the lids of the graves to pivot upward, bringing their occupants with them, causing quite the jump scare. With the graves open, we see the build uses side-studded bricks to hold the plates at the sides and ends vertically, and the bracket which connects the minifigure to the lid for the pop-up play feature. The instructions direct us to place the zombie driver and groom in the graves, which seems off that the bride isn't included in the play feature. When we place the zombie bride on the bracket and lower the lid, we find that the dress piece prevents the lid from closing all the way. Having replaced the 2x2x2 slope with the new lower body skirt piece, the issue persists. It seems Lego decided the zombie bride's dress was more important than the play feature, and who can blame them? With only 3 zombies included, supplementing the set with additional zombies from Lego's various collectible minifigure series makes for a sizable zombie horde for the monster realm. Of course, our last Monster Fighter member doesn't care if there are 3 zombies, 10 zombies, 50, or 100. According to Jack McHammer, the more the merrier. Jack McHammer is the muscle of the Monster Fighter team. Using his lumberjack background, he imposes his will with brute force and precise aim. Jack McHammer wears a brown leather vest over a green flannel shirt, and a brown belt with silver buckle holds up his light blue jeans. Over his pants, Jack wears metal-plated knee pads similar to Frank Rock's. The rear printing shows the back of the vest and further flannel details. Jack's right arm has been replaced with a prosthetic. Similar to Dr. Rathbone's leg, the arm is a steam-powered cybernetic appendage and uses Lego's mechanical claw clip for grasping. Legend has it that Jack's arm was removed by the crazy scientist as part of his twisted experiments. Now, Jack's monster archenemy is the crazy scientist's monster. If the story is true, it may indicate that the crazy scientist monster's right arm once belonged to Jack McHammer. Jack McHammer's face print shows his orange bushy eyebrows and beard, with further dark orange details. Jack shows an angry expression of a man ready for a monster fight. Lastly, Jack wears a knitted cap in dark bluish gray. Jack's weapon of choice is his trusty hammer, but even a mountain of a man would need more than just a hammer to take on a horde of hungry zombies, so Jack brought two. The peripheral build of the set is the most distinctive vehicle of the Monster Fighters fleet. This powerful tractor bears offensive and defensive modifications and is the perfect solution to any zombie-related problems. Beginning with the wheels, we have a pair of thick tires at the front for steering, and even thicker tires at the rear for traction. The bigger tires will keep the tractor moving as the road gets bumpy. At the front, a locomotive railguard serves as the bumper. The railguard has been modified with additional road sign tiles clipped to its bars, representing steel plates to keep debris out of the front axle. Moving up, we have the headlights on the far sides with a downward tilted grille leading to the engine compartment. The engine build is highly detailed and includes exhaust manifolds, air pipes, and a water supply and radiator with cap. Continuing on, we have the cab with overhanging roof. The cab uses the two-seat vehicle base in dark red, which is heavily featured in our Pharaoh's Quest series review. The front of the cab holds the windshield made from a 1x4 panel in trans brown, and the steering wheel is positioned in the right-hand drive orientation. Jumping to the rear, we'll find the brake lights, bumper, and bed of the tractor with side grates made from lattice fence pieces. An additional lattice fence piece is placed below the taillights, though I'm not sure what this represents. Perhaps a lowered tailgate. The most prominent feature of the tractor is a pair of oversized sledgehammers connected by a second axle just in front of the rear wheels. The second axle is connected to the rear axle by gears. When the tractor moves forward, the motion transfers to the second axle, rotating the two hammers. Because the hammers swing upward, the helpless zombies are thrown upwards and backwards when struck. Topping off the Sledge tractor is a pair of flick-fire missile racks using trans-neon green missile heads, same as we saw on the buggy. Looks like the Monster Fighters are taking a page out of the Crazy Scientist playbook, using nerve gas to stun the zombie horde, then running them down with the Sledge-o-matic tractor. Jack McHammer brings new meaning to the phrase "crash a wedding" as he tears through the graveyard in the blunt force trauma mobile. Laying waste to the zombie horde, he claims the much-needed moonstone for the Monster Fighters. The zombie's moonstone uses the trans-dark pink stepped rock and shows a minifigure arm reaching out of the ground, printed in black. Its placement on the trigger of the grave play feature implies it's being used as bait while the zombies wait to spring their trap. If that's the case, then maybe the zombies of the monster realm are brighter than I've been giving them credit for. While the glow-in-the-dark pieces are limited to only the spider, making its second appearance in the series, UV light illuminates the bile in the cauldron, the torches at the steps, and the missile heads and gas cap on the Sledge tractor. Alas, Lord Vampire arrives too late, and Jack McHammer makes off with the zombie's moonstone, leaving the graveyard an absolute disaster. Jack McHammer returns to the Monster Fighters with the team's first moonstone in hand. The hero's first victory has been long awaited and is worth celebrating, but there is no time to let their guard down now. Lord Vampire is still only one moonstone away from casting the world into permanent darkness. Likewise, Lord Vampire returns to his castle empty-handed for the first time. Swelling with fury, the ruler of the monster realm plots his next acquisition with tactical cunning and merciless drive. Our next review of the Monster Fighter series features the Ghost Train. The set includes mischievous specters, returning heroes, another standout vehicle for the Monster Fighters fleet, and the locomotive itself, so stay tuned. Until then, this has been Nick with Nick's Bricks. Thank you for watching, and remember, build, disassemble, repeat.